All right, gang, I wanted to take some time to talk about this release a little bit more detail. I wanted to make sure that there was a little bit more information before I talked about it. We got some photos last week, some images that I shared that coming out of Wonderfest, but here we go. We got some more details. Let's break it down. So first of all, let's talk about the actual figure itself. This burning Godzilla battle version looks amazing. The name is really funny to me because the only time we ever see this version is while he's in battle, but I digress. Translucent plastic, black tips on the spines. I think that for a lot of folks, this was the burning Godzilla that they were really waiting for. When Energized Godzilla came out, made of that clear green blue plastic, I think that this was the next step that people were hoping for. It looks really good. Looks really, really good here. Another shot at the back here. And then this is the part where I think a lot of folks are discussing the extra accessories. On the right here, we have pieces that can be plugged into the gravity beam version of their King Ghidorah figure. So there's one attachment that you can add onto a severed head. So like when he's like throwing the Ghidorah head around at the end of the movie. And then to match that, there's a stump piece that you can plug into the neck to recreate the stump the stump depiction from the movie. And so for the folks that have the gravity beam variant of Ghidorah, I think that they're generally excited about this, the idea of additional pieces. For folks like me who got in on the first one and were okay and didn't really necessarily need the gravity beam version, it's kind of annoying to see this. I almost wish that it was done in a way that it could work with either Ghidorah, like if they could have found a shade of plastic in between the two. But and maybe it still will, right? Like we only have like these two relatively low res images, so it very well might work with both of them. But if it only ends up working with one and not the other, that does feel kind of bad. It almost feels like it's punishing you as a customer for not owning both of these figures. So but it does come with bonus parts. You know, it took Tamashii Nations, SH Monster Arts what, like 13 years to do this kind of thing. But Hiya seems to be getting in on it now. Now, I shared a link to INS Hobby here, who likes to put up postings. You can sort of pre-book the figure with a small deposit ahead of the actual solicitation, and you do get a small discount if you do that. But we've gotten some new information from Hiya Toys on Weibo? I think it's Weibo. Never had to say it out loud before. Hiya Toys has confirmed it will exhibit at 2024 Shanghai Wonder Festival. All of its products will be on display and more activities are waiting for you to unlock on site. And it says that we have venue limited products, including the King of the Monsters Red Lotus Godzilla battle version. So Red Lotus, whatever, like this is Burning Godzilla. It's this version right here. It's saying that it's only going to be sold at the venue. Now, you know, it's a variant of a repaint of a Hiya mold, right? So I guess it makes sense to have this as an event exclusive. It does kind of burn. I'm not trying to make the pun there. It does kind of burn that this is not something that the masses are going to be able to get their hands on. But I think it's understandable. The bonus parts, anytime there's a figure with new pieces, that I don't think that feels good, or it doesn't feel too good as an event exclusive, as long as you can get your hands on it. But if this is only going to be at the venue, then you have to be there in Shanghai to actually get the pieces, or at least that's what I thought. So, you know, when INS Hobby told me, hey, we put up this page, I was like, okay, great, like, you know, it'll be just like every other release. But now that this one is event exclusive, I actually emailed INS Hobby and I said, hey, you put up this solicitation page, but it turns out that this is a Wonder Festival exclusive. Like, you actually have to be there. So what happens now when, you know, people can't, like, this is not going to be open to the public? And so they emailed me back and they said, no worries about the listing, as we will continue selling it. However, the quantity we can get may be slightly lower than usual, but that's not a problem. We can ship to all customers who have placed an order. Winky face. So they're saying that if you order it from their website, they will get it to you. It just means that they might have fewer units in stock. So if this release is of interest to you, At this time, INS Hobby is the only one I know that's going to get it in stock. Maybe Kaukus will put up a pre-order at some point. cooltoysclub.com doesn't really do pre-orders for this stuff anymore. They usually just put up the listing once they have it and are ready to ship. So at this time, not that I've looked extensively, but INS Hobby is telling me that if you order on their website now, they will ship it to you. They will find a way. And I guess worst case scenario, they use PayPal. You can get a refund, all that good stuff. So if it doesn't work out. So I will put my link in the description down below if you are interested in picking up this figure. My final thoughts, I think it looks great. I never got the original Burning Godzilla, even though I thought it looked good. And this one is going to be really hard to turn down. I think that this one looks really good. And I do hope that these Ghidorah pieces are interchangeable with both versions of the figure. So that's it. Check out the link in the description if you're interested in picking up this piece. And until next time, I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.